Yo, what is up, Cowboys Nation, man? We're not going to do no countdowns. No, nothing, man. We're going to get straight to it tonight, man. So, hey, it's a late night. You know the deal. But wanted to hop back on live with y'all, man. I want to hop back live with y'all, man, and talk to the fam. Because, yeah, Cowboys Nation. So let everybody know we live, man. Hold on, let me get live. I was just in the Twitter space with my brother Nick's, man, and yeah, I don't know, dog. I just don't know right now. I just don't know right now. Cowboys Nation. So yeah, I was at the Nebraska and Cincinnati game. Good game, man. Packers fans showed up crazy, but I had to dip out of there because the kickoff was until 8 and it was gonna be late. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, let me go ahead and get these shares up, likes, comments, everything. Let everybody know we live right now. Let me see here. Let me see if let everybody know we live. Hold up, man. Tell me in what ways it's a good trade. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. I don't know. Hold up one second. Let me share this on Twitter. So make sure Twitter know we live. I don't know, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I really don't know what to say still. Yeah, Kenny Clark is good, right? So I was just in a Twitter space, man, and no disrespect. And it's just, I can't with this, right? So, of course, right? The Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones just make a blockbuster trade. A lot of you as the fan base still don't understand what's going on. They really don't understand what's going on. Jerry Jones goes to the podium. And I will tell you guys this. Jerry Jones, bro, listen, Jerry Wayne Jones, you are a mastermind, bro. Jerry Jones is a mastermind manipulator. Like, I literally want to start studying Jerry Jones because he has an art to it, right? So I was sitting in this Twitter space, and no disrespect to Kenny Clark, you know what I'm saying? I think he's a talented guy. My dog DMV is his birthday in 8 minutes. Happy birthday, DMV. Happy birthday, my dog. You know what I'm saying? But now Cowboys fans are believing, well, Tuck, this was a good trade because now we're going to stop the run. Jerry Jones set up at that podium, and so for all the Cowboys fans that feel like our voice don't matter or they pay us no attention, they watch everything we say and do. Happy birthday, DMV, my dog, right? He went up there at that podium and gave those Cowboys fans their magical word. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. We traded Micah. Now we can stop the run. 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 Kelvin, we're going to stop the run. Stop the run. And so many Cowboys fans are just so, oh my God, we're going to stop the run. You bought that bullshit. You really think this move had anything to do with stopping the run? So stopping the run wasn't a point of emphasis all free agency, right? Lou was making videos. We had Respect the One Tech hashtags, damn near t-shirts. DMV, you know what I'm saying, was making Stop the Run. Okoye's, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was talking about Stop the Run. So all free agency, stopping the run was not a point of emphasis. Okay, cool. Get out to the NFL draft. out there in Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin. I was there. All those picks, we didn't make an emphasis on stopping the run until the 7th round. We didn't draft a defensive tackle till the 7th round. Okay, cool. Went through camp, went through preseason. My dog Skywalker Steel, right, had a list of all these phenomenal talents, right? The Ravens cut a big run-stopping defensive tackle that wouldn't even count it towards our 53-man roster because he would have qualified for the international rule. Didn't swipe him off the waivers, just let him pass by. But all of a sudden, when it came to trading Micah Parsons, it was an emphasis on stopping the run. You mean to tell me Micah Parsons was the only option? Micah Parsons was the only option for us to get a defensive tackle? What did we give up from Jonathan Hankins? Somebody tell me in the chat, when was the last time the Dallas Cowboys had a physical run-stopping defensive tackle? When was the last time we was actually good at stopping the run? 2016. But all of a sudden today, on August 28th, that light bulb kicked off, and now stopping the run was the number one priority of the day. Micah is not worth $47 million. All right, Vinny, let me ask you this. If Micah Parsons would have signed for $39 million, would there have been an emphasis on August 28th about stopping the run? No. If Micah would have took 39, 38, we wouldn't have heard shit about stopping the run. But the problem is, he can sell people, y'all. He can sell people. I was just in a Twitter space and I asked this simple question, right? And maybe, CFO gang, y'all are smart. Y'all are smart cookies, right? That's how I built this community. Subscribe, right? If you're a smart fan. If you're not a smart fan, you probably won't find this place very attractive and welcoming. Somebody please explain to little old Tuck, because I'm getting old in age and, you know what I'm saying, you see the grays kind of poking through, so maybe I'm out my rocker. But somebody tell me, how was this deal ever going to get done without the agent getting involved? How was this deal ever going to get done with the agent not getting involved? Now, I was talking in this space, right? So to TP, Terrence Parsons, that's my dog, you know what I'm saying? Cool, you know what I'm saying? And he was breaking it down, and I asked him that question. So he said that, hey, Jerry and Micah came up with the numbers that was going to work, okay? Now, for somebody who has been in sales 20 plus years as a trainer, all sorts of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, sales is what I do. If I'm having a conversation with a gentleman, we work out the numbers. He says that this works right now. I then draw up the proposals. I get everything finalized. We are getting this deal done today. If anyone's been in sales, you never let a closing lead walk out their building. Why? Because things can change. If I have somebody who is committed to buying the product and closing the business, we're getting things drawn up. My secretary might have to stay late. I'm on the emails with her. Get the faxes over to me. Get this finalized right now because I have a deal that I am ready to close. I got a hot lead. I need you to send me the paperwork now. Now. Like now. He's here in my office. I need it now. Not let's wait till Monday, right? If you ever been in sales, let's wait till Monday. You never want to hear that in sales. If it's Friday and someone's ready to close, right? That's where the salesman hide your keys, bro. You do not let them go and say, okay, I'll come back Monday. Well, right? So according to conversations, Jerry did get the contract drawn up. And when he sent it to the agent redlined it and said no. The agent was always going to be involved, people. I do not know how to explain this. I don't know how I can dumb this down. Help me, CFO gang. The agent was always going to be involved. Even if you had terms of the contract, even if you had guarantees, even if you had the numbers, there's additional things in contract language that the average NFL player is not equipped to read. I could draw up a contract to give Micah Parsons 100% guaranteed money, but if he misses training camp, the entire thing's voided because I didn't hit it in some language. And you expect Micah Parsons to read through a 50-page docket and redline everything. There are people that really, really think. My brother BJ Nix is hosting a Twitter space right now. If you think I'm lying, I'm flying. They believe that Micah Parsons was going to read a 50-page docket, red-light it himself, signed, sealed, delivered, without the agent being involved. They really think he was going to do that. And since Micah Parsons did not do that, it is Micah Parsons' fault. It is Micah Parsons' fault. Because he has someone who's hired to do his job and paying him a lot of money. It is his fault. This is no different from me getting arrested and the police saying, not letting me call my lawyer. Of course, the police would want to talk to me directly without a lawyer involved. Duh. Because a lawyer's going to come in and say, hey, you can't keep him overnight. What is he here for? Of course, the police officer doesn't want to talk to my lawyer. Now, I asked this question, Cowboys Nation, and y'all tell me, because I've been doing some other stuff lately, so maybe I missed out. Did Jerry Jones negotiate with Jake Ferguson directly? Did Jake Ferguson just talk to Jerry? Send me the paperwork. Don't send it to my agent. Just fax it to me directly. Hit me on my Gmail. And I'm going to sign it. Good. No. When we got one of the biggest free agent acquisitions in the Cowboys' tenure in a long time, in Dante Fowler, did Jerry talk to Dante Fowler directly, or did he talk to Dante Fowler's agent? Yo, Cowboys Nation, can somebody tell us in the chat, who is Dante Fowler's agent? Anybody know who Dante Fowler's agent is? It's the same agent as Micah Parsons. Yeah, DocuSign that shit, Lou. DocuSign. Just sign it. Dante Fowler's agent, Nick, is Dave Mulligetta. Malik Hooker is with Dave. So this whole thing, he didn't want to get Dave involved. He didn't want to get Dave involved. He ain't want to get Dave involved. He ain't want to get Dave involved. He had Dave involved this summer and was perfectly fine with it. You didn't want to get Dave involved because you thought that you could manipulate this kid and hold against him because you was not really a fan of Micah Parsons. Yes, Manny, Pickens is with Dave as well. No, he's with Dave Mulligetta. You can look it up. Unless he changed it, but he was with Dave. And so from the conversations, and this is all public because Terrence Parsons was talking, right? That there was some under the table type deals like, hey, if you take 34 million or whatever the number was, right, then I'm going to give you equity in my companies and this and that, kind of like he did Emmett and some of the older players, right? Jerry Jones is 87 years old, bro. And what I was trying to explain to the people in the group, you can't say and put, I'm going to give Micah Parsons 20% of my real estate portfolio in the contract. You can't do that. You can't, right? So even if you had an under the table the handshake, we've all been in business long enough. A handshake is nothing, bro. One of my favorite movies as a child, Jerry Maguire, right? Y'all remember Jerry Maguire? And my word is strong as oak. Y'all remember Jerry Maguire? The fuck, a handshake? We had a handshake? No. The problem with this situation was Micah is loved by his teammates, as we clearly know that. He is loved by NFL players. He is loved and more respected by NFL fans outside of our own dumb fan base. I've been in situations where people will see me in my Micah jersey and be like, I hate the Cowboys, but I love watching Micah Parsons play football, right? So he's loved universally. His brand is bigger than the Cowboys. And so Jerry Jones had a golden opportunity to try to put this guy in his place. Oh, Manny, you already see it. Oh, you already see it, Manny. It's coming. It's already coming. It's already coming. And so, for me, right? And I'm just speaking for me. Am I upset? No, I'm not, right? When the Dez thing happened, I was upset. But when the Dez thing happened and when Dez was released, I was like y'all on the other side of the gate, right? Now, during the Micah thing happened, I'm on the other side of the fence, and I just know what this team and this organization really is, y'all. I just know what it is. And sometimes you just have to accept people for who they are. They constantly tell you, bro. Yeah, Pastor. I was done. When, like, Pastor Carl, remember, when Dez got released, I didn't want to hear nothing from nobody. Dak, no, but I was on a warpath. I was hot. And that wasn't even Dez in his prime, right? But now, even though I'm upset, and I hurt for you guys, and I hurt for our fan base who really wants to win, I just know what we really are, and I've just accepted it. We are, and I said this on Twitter, we are the Jake Paul of football. Right? Some people will say Jake Paul's not real boxing. Jake Paul ain't no real boxer. He ain't, right? But I've watched every Jake Paul fight. If he fights Tank, I'll probably be there. Knowing it's just entertainment. It's not really real, right? It's not real boxing, but it's entertaining. That is how I am when it comes to the Cowboys now. I know it's not a real football organization and football is not the main thing, but it's entertaining. I enjoy watching it. It's fun. It's exciting. It gives me an escape, from reality sometimes. And I just like watching it. Is it real? No. But I've accepted what it really is, y'all. I accepted it. It's just entertainment, Sin City. And it's entertaining as hell. It's entertaining as hell. Super entertaining. Today is very entertaining right now. Because everyone's just looking at us, laughing at y'all. Right? Go put your Cowboys gear on and walk out in public tomorrow and just have a blast on this weekend, on this Labor Day weekend. Giants fans calling my phone, laughing at me. Commanders fans making videos. I have a homeboy's a Panthers fan. He's talking. And I ain't got nothing to say. Simone on Roundtable Sports, she's dropping YouTube shorts talking about Tuck better not show up on Tuesday. It's all entertainment. It's all entertainment. It's all entertainment, y'all. And they traded this kid away from a team that has taken everything from us. Dez caught it, 3rd and 20, We had them for Mike McCarthy's game back in Green Bay and blew the lead, They came in to AT&T Stadium as a young, unproven team and blew us out the building, And we gave them our most dominating defensive player on our roster because we don't like the way that he talks. We tore it all down just because we didn't like the way that Micah Parsons talks. Diabolical. Diabolical. You could have held on to Micah Parsons to the trade deadline. You could have held on to him until the trade deadline. What if, I don't want to put names out there, but what if a Ravens defensive end or a Steelers defensive end or, like Aiden Hutchinson went down, or there could have been an injury that would have forced a team to sell the market just to bring Micah Parsons in because the defensive end is their missing link. Ricky reported the Green Bay Packers sent an offer to the Dallas Cowboys to trade for Micah Parsons, and they just took it. This press start. Very first offer they got. Oh, remember that? Jerry got all the leverage. Micah telling he's still on a contract. 2 Nico trades. We traded Micah Parsons to a team that we can't beat. Bro. So people were in the... We could have sent Quentin Williams. I mean, Now tell me this. I'll let y'all answer. Would you rather have 2 first-round picks from the Green Bay Packers, who we play week 4 and can't beat, and get Kenny Clark, or you could have sent him to the Jets or some shit, got 2 first-round picks from the Jets and Quentin Williams, and maybe Breece Hall on that. I would have took Quentin Williams, Breece Hall, a first-round pick, and sent Micah to the Jets and never saw that man ever again in life. You sent him in our conference to a team that already owns you. I didn't watch the documentary, but I saw the clip of Jerry Jones talking to Micah after the Green Bay loss. And then he said this was the most embarrassing loss in Cowboys franchise history. And then what do? You give them their missing piece. Because you don't like the way that he talks. Yeah, I ain't watching that documentary. Oh, they gonna probably sign Tyler Smith, probably use it on DeRon Bland, and tuck it for some other shit. I don't know, Cowboys Nation. I spoke to some of the players. I'm not going to say their names, of course. They're just like, what the fuck, bro? The players kind of feel gutted. And we are 8 days away from going on the road and playing the defending Super Bowl champions. Defense was already light to begin with. We was already light to begin with. Now he's super light. Lane Johnson, Lou ain't got to set no slide protects no more. They ain't got to worry about keeping an extra tight end to chip block no more. They ain't got to worry about scheming and RPOing off of Micah Parsons no more. You possibly moving Micah Parsons in the A-gap to rush over the center no more. Just made life easy. What up, Amp? Crazy world we live in. But here's the problem. with our fan base being as luxurious and massive as it is, we are the 15, 20% of the people who's not going for the BS. Everybody else is hook, line, sinker. Bought it. Well, Tuck, technically, well, it's the agent. Tuck, it's the agent's fault. Them agents are greedy. Them agents are greedy. It's all the agent's fault. Dave could never close another deal for the rest of his life. He is okay. He's okay. He's okay. He ain't gonna be homeless if he never closes another deal. It's the agent's fault. It's Micah's fault because he just so greedy. Yeah, an agent did play a part. An agent's job is to look out in the best interest of his client. That is the agent's job. That is the agent's job, is to look out for the best interest of his client. Little old me has an agent. Little old me. Little old me. Little old me. Little old me. All right, boom. CFO Sports, right? Now on Apple Podcasts, right? Now on Spotify, streaming. Thanks to my agent. The streaming company tried to sneak in some stuff and wanted me to do some extra ads throughout my podcast that I posted. My agent, Borna, salute to agent, Tori, stepped in, talked to the company, and said that's not what we agreed on. Little old me, little content creator me. J-Tuck Podcast, CFO Sports, streaming on all platforms. Hey, we like the podcast, but can you add a little bit more ad reads into the podcast? My agents, see, no, that is not what we agreed on. That's not in the contract. Now you asking for extra. Bro, Tyrone is a fool. Is a fool. Any person out there who enters in any business deal without legal representation is a fool. Now, you think when Jerry Jones negotiated that Netflix show, there was no legal representation? You think when he decided to put AT&T on top of his stadium, there was no legal representation? Coinbase, Miller Lite, DraftKings. There's no legal representation. Jerry just did it all himself. If you believe that, then hey, I got this beautiful beach house here in Kansas City. I would love to sell you. It's right by the ocean. Wonderful. Got dolphins and everything. Come check it out. Wild. It's wild out here. It's wild. And now it's the, if you want to leave with Micah, then leave with Micah. I'm a real cowboy. Shut your stupid ass up. I'm a real Cowboys fan, and if you want to support Micah still, then you should just leave. Nope, I'm going to wear my Micah Parsons jersey to the Green Bay game, and your Twitter finger ass ain't going to do shit about it because you're not going to be there. You're never there. Never, ever, never there. All the fan police, all them fan police, them DC Forellers, they ain't never there at the games. Don't tell me how my fan base is supposed to feel right now when we're 8 days away from playing the Super Bowl champs and you just sent our best defensive player to Green Bay. Don't tell us how to feel. Don't tell us how to feel. Don't fan police nobody. If people want to be frustrated right now, let them be frustrated. Micah is an op now. Okay, cool. In order for you to be an op, you have to tell me what you've done to become oppish. What did Micah do to us? Because last I checked, we traded back, drafted a kid. First game versus Tom Brady was a little iffy. DeMarcus Lawrence goes down in that game. We're panicking. What the hell are we going to do? We just lost D-Law. Dan Quinn says, I have an idea. Maybe I just toss this kid out there, defensive end. Brian Broaddus confirmed on the Final Word Draft Show the scout that scouted Micah Parsons didn't even consider him a hand in the dirt edge rusher. From that moment, game 2 versus the damn Chargers, Micah Parsons has been the most disruptive player damn near in the NFL. I seen games when he was sick, he was out there. Even last year when we wanted to tank and lose games, Micah returned back from injury and had this defense humming with nobody out there. No D-Law, no Trayvon Diggs, right? No Overshown. Micah had this defense humming at the end of the season to the fact that we almost still made the playoffs with no Dak Prescott. So I need to know, what did Micah do to us or do to me as Cowboys fans to now become an op? What did he do? What did he do to y'all to become an op? What did he become an op? Now, when Micah was going back and forth with D-Law a few months ago, you loved him. Yeah, Micah. D-Law said, yeah, get him. Get him. Y'all all had y'all profile pictures switched to Micah Parsons and was screaming, pay Micah Parsons. So what did Micah do now all of a sudden to become an op? He's a Packer right now. He's an op. He's a Packer because our owner didn't want to pay him his value. He's not on our team. And that makes you an op. It's not like he was a free agent on some LeBron stuff and didn't sign and went to Green Bay instead. They sent him there. If, Jermaine, me and you are co-workers and you get fired and you go to a competing company Are you a op or did you just get fired, bro? You had to. You know what I'm saying? Let's not. He's on another team, but Micah ain't do shit to us. Why isn't Jerry a op? Thank you. Why are we afraid to call Jerry a op? Why Micah got to be the op? Why can't it be Jerry? Why can't Jerry be the op? He sent him. He sent them there. He sent them there. Jerry's the op. But see, people are afraid to say that, though. Right? They're afraid to say it with Jerry. So it's the players. We'll blame the players. We'll blame the agent. But we won't say the owner. We won't say the owner. I get it. Jerry Jones is Teflon. I get why y'all don't want to call Jerry the true op, because that man is Teflon. I got some super chats coming in. I think I missed it. Hold on, see. So my bad. Where super chats go? Appreciate you. So Garrett, so easy. Let's say we go to Philly and somehow pull a 34-31 victory. Micah became an op when he talked down on D-Law. Hold on. Micah talked down on D-Law, then did the same stuff. What did D-Law do? Or what's the same thing that D-Law did? Talk to me on that one. Yo, Tuck, I'm ready for the draft coverage. We're going to suck this year. Might as well go get Dreamer, Caleb Downs, or Anthony Hill with the star. Hey, let's go get them both. Go get them both. If the Cowboys pull a Dallas Mavericks and spin around and get Caleb Downs and Anthony Hill, I'll shut the hell up. I'll take this Micah thing down, but this shit's staying up. Jerry the main op, and Micah turning down $200 million, claiming it not about the money, instantly makes him the op. It was always the money. It was always going to be the money. It's always going to be the money. It was always going to be the money. See, where Micah did mess up, right? Because I'm keeping it fair. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a bean. Let me get back to the super chats, right? Hold on. There we go. All right. I'm going to keep it a bean. Where Micah messed up, Micah, and I told you this on Twitter, right? Anyone, if you're in sales, right? This is the cardinal rule of sales, all right? Cardinal rule of sales. The person who talks the most loses. Right? The person who talks the most loses. Always in sales, right? So a lot of people are like, yo, Tuck, why did Micah even talk to Jerry about his deal? I'll tell you guys now. I knew when that conversation happened, because I talked to him before it. All right. The initial conversation was he was talking to Jerry about how to get this team over the hump, right? What can he do with his leadership? What's his vision? Right? This whole thing that Shotty's talking about, the brotherhood and the cohesiveness, this was something that Micah was wanting before Brian Schottenheimer even signed. So Jerry and Micah was talking about those types of things. And Jerry, being the salesman that he is, if I got you talking, I got you comfortable, I got you loose, then all my salespeople, what do? We ask for the business. If I got you comfortable, you talking, having a good old time, oh, yeah, hell yeah. I want to do this, man. I want to rush the passer more. I think if I get in the A-gap more, I think Mozzie needs some help, rotation. I would like to get some more defensive ends. Man, I can't wait to get Trayvon back. Man, I really want to have a voice in this locker room. I think I can lead these guys. I think, oh, man, I'm excited for next year. I think we're going to really bounce back. I can't wait to start working with Matt Eberflus and, yeah, we're going to get things going. You started talking. Okay, that sounds great. That sounds great. What about, well, let's just get this done for $35 million a year. Well, how about we just do that? Sure, man. The biggest mistake that Micah made, you should have, hold on. You should have, whoa, right? That's where he messed up. He should have, whoa. And fellas, we've all been there, back in our single days, right? We were talking to a girl at the bar, dancing, laughing, having a good old time, having drinks, and and you might have got the phone number, then it's like, hey, why don't you come back? And she's like, oh no, I'm not doing that. Goddamn, right? That's where Micah should have said, oh no, I'm not that type of player. You know what I'm saying? But he kept talking. He kept talking because him and Jerry has built this rapport and they feel like they're having a good old time. Not knowing that shit was going to be weaponized against you. Micah should have said, whoa, I ain't that type of player. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, I'm not that type of player. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because Dez said the same thing with him. Jerry brought him to the Star in Frisco and showed him all the facilities and everything kind of going on and, everything on what this is going to do and what this is going to do for the Dallas Cowboys and la. And then Jerry tried him. And Dez, whoa, nah. Didn't read those rights. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jerry got Micah in that interrogation room, fed him some Whataburger, and Micah was just there talking. Talking. They was chucking it up, probably talking about doing a podcast together and tell me about you being president of Bleacher Report. Talking, eating Whataburger in an interrogation room, and he just started talking and gave out all the business. Said all the bodies was. Y'all, if we think Jerry bad now, wait till these NIL boys start needing second contracts. Lord help us. Yeah. Lord help us. I saw a question. I'm going to go back to this. So Micah laying down on the table during preseason didn't rub y'all the wrong way. All right? I know what you're talking about, right? For me, no. But I understood why it would, right? So let's travel back in time, right? So this is where I do owe Micah Parsons a lot, right? Because Micah Parsons is the reason why I am the draft wizard today, right? So some of y'all might not remember this, but back then, a lot of the community was out on Micah Parsons from the get-go. Like all y'all favorites, right, was anti-Micah Parsons. And it was like, when I kind of just came in as a young content creator, not knowing much, right? But I was dipping my teeth or my foot into the draft pool, right? And so me just being young in this game and not knowing much, I was like, well, shit. Everybody is anti-Micah Parsons. I'm anti-Micah Parsons too. So there was a time where, and Pastor Carl, if he's still here, will tell you, I was out on Micah Parsons being the pick for the Dallas Cowboys. I was out. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want Micah Parsons. Why? I don't know, because other people in the community are saying they're out, so I just assume that they're out, right? And then something clicked. Tuck, go watch his film for your own self and form your opinion. Now, I didn't have film at the time, right? Because this is when everyone was like trying to hide film from content creators. They didn't want us to get it. So some people had it, right? But they wouldn't give it to me. I was asking around who got film. How you get the college film? How you get the college film? How you get the college film? Like, nobody would tell me, right? So finally, so to Professor O, I found out how to get the college film. And I came across Micah Parsons' film, and I started crunching the film like crazy. And then that's when I dropped my video saying, this is why Micah Parsons should be the pick. I flipped. I was like, oh, wait. I was like, oh, fuck no. Hold on. I was being lied to this whole time. Looking like a goofy, just buying what everybody was telling me about Micah Parsons, and me just blindly just taking it because I'm just a young content creator. I know no better. I watched the film on Micah Parsons from Memphis, Ohio State. I watched probably like 12 games, made my video on this channel, and I said Micah Parsons should be the pick because he changes everything. Everything. Of course, he doesn't know anything, just a content creator, blah, 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 right? Now, here was the one concern I had with Micah Parsons at the time, and I said this publicly. Micah Parsons is the most talented player in the draft, but my biggest concern was, can I trust him with the keys to the kingdom? Right? And I did this whole thing where I was like Patrick Surtain, right? I felt like Patrick Surtain was like one of my kids. My son was in college. I can leave my son Cameron, my middle son, here at the house by himself, not have to worry about a damn thing. I know he can handle the keys to the kingdom. All right? When it came to Micah, he's like J. Tuck Jr. Couldn't trust him. Couldn't trust him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, if you draft this kid, you're going to have to keep a type rein on him because I'm not sure if I can trust him with the glitz, the glamour, the glow of Dallas, right? So since we drafted him, I will say Micah, yeah, J. Tuck Jr., hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Dog won't be fed. Trash won't be taken out. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to Micah Parsons, we drafted him, I will say Micah Parsons succeeded my expectations of what he was going to be in Dallas as far as like maturity, right? But there were still things with Micah that's just Micah. And maybe because I've got an opportunity to kind of be around him and talk to him, I understand him. But Micah will rub you, pause, the wrong way if you're insecure about yourself. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So he'll make you like he'll be the random person. If you're a reporter, he might just snap on your shoes for the fuck of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you got on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he's very playful, but he's just, you know what I'm saying? He's not that little box, right? So to answer your question, does Micah lay on the table during preseason rub me the wrong way? No, because I felt like Micah, he was trying to grow as a leader and do the right things. That's why he was at this stupid ass voluntary camp because people was crying about it, right? And then he was at the mandatory camp and he promised Schottenheimer he was going to be out there in Oxnard, right? So he was trying to do the right things, the leadership things, be that Leonardo, as we all say. But once this storm started happening, his true colors just came out. You know what I'm saying? He was just, all right, bro. Once shit got ugly, He got ugly. And his true colors just kind of just came out. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think, he was floating exactly so he didn't get fined. But he did promise Brian Schottenheimer he was going to be there. Promised him. Anybody want to take a guess who Anthony Hill's agent is? Anybody want to take a guess? Anybody want to take a guess? Come on. Give me a shot. Give it a shot. Give me a shot. Give it a shot. Somebody take a guess who Anthony Hill's agent is. Anybody take a guess? Bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Bang, bang. So, I don't know about that. I don't know if you want to get round 2 with Dave. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Anthony Hill's agent is Dave. So do with that information as you will. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just, what did someone else say? Dave Mulageta, that's his name, you know what I'm saying? But see, now I understand it, right? Yeah, he was going to see a doctor. Yeah, because he didn't want to take the $1.4 million fine, right? So that's why I was saying I felt like it was going to be a situation where Jerry wasn't going to fold, right? Unless Micah folds, he was going to force Jerry or Micah to either play or miss game checks. You know, I honestly didn't think they would trade him to Green Bay. You know, I even though Ricky had posted it and I saw the offer, I really didn't think that Green Bay had anything to really entice the Cowboys because it's going to be a late round pick anyways. Unless there's injuries. Like people are saying, oh, well, Jordan Love can get hurt. Yeah, I know that, but I don't want to wish injuries. Like I don't want Jordan Love to go down with the injury. And now I'm celebrating because our pick might be higher. Like I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So no, he has Dave too as well. But also, y'all, good question. You got to understand, a lot of our players have been switching to athletes first. So I think Jerry wanted to send a message to the locker room. Hey, all of y'all running over to athletes first and Dave's agency and all this that you're going to play hardball with me is not going to be the case anymore. Jerry was tired of coming off as a simp in the owner's group chat. Yeah, he has the same. Yeah, so Tyler Smith went to athletes first. I think Wanye went to athletes first over there, and somebody else switched over to athletes first as well. So a bunch of our players have been switching over to that agency that Dave and, you know what I'm saying, kind of goes through, right? So yeah, Hooker has the same agent, and I'm pretty sure Dante Fowler does, and I'm pretty sure Pickens does. I think we have 5 players on our roster that has Dave as an agent. All right, you can all look that up. So yeah, I mean, but it's unfortunate for y'all, but playing devil's advocate, we was probably a 10-win team with Micah. With Adam, we're probably 8, 9. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's a massive fall off. Hey, every time you're owning all dancing in videos, come to athletes first. So it's not Dave anymore. Let's look this up. Guess we do have the internet. Guess we do have the internet. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, Sean, Kyman, and Thomas. So I thought he used to be with Dave, so maybe he switched. Let me see here. So maybe he switched. So Dave has. Maybe he doesn't have Fowler anymore. So he has Jordan Love, Micah Parsons, Deshaun Watson, Jalen Ramsey, Kyle Pitts. He has Damone Clark on our roster. But maybe he doesn't even have Pickens anymore. I'm not seeing Pickens listed. Maybe he doesn't have Pickens. I'm on Spot Track. So maybe he doesn't have Pickens, which could be a good sign. Let's see here. Who's George Pickens' agent? Let's have some fun. All right, let's have some fun. Who's George Pickens? Let's hope. Okay, so George Pickens is with Athletes First, but Dave is not his representation. So that's a good thing. That's a good sign. All right, there's some hope. There's some hope. There's some hope, I think. There's some hope there. Why should we have faith? They just traded a top 10 player in the NFL. This team was an embarrassment. I don't know. Pickens probably fired him. Yeah. Bell, Thomas are future safeties. Yeah, Trevin Smith. All right. So they're all in the same agency, but not the same agent. So that can work in our favor with Pickens. That's a good sign. That's some good news, Cowboys Nation. Yeah, if that's right, you know what I'm saying? If that's right. Talking about Super Bowl. So yeah, y'all. I mean, as they say, it is what it is. You know, but I think it's very unfortunate. You know? And this was a question I asked today. If they move on from Micah, and let's say Friday, they sign Tyler Smith, they sign George Pickens. Is that make it okay? I done listening to you, CFT, and Foot's ask switched up all after. What the fuck? I done listening to you, CFT, ask just switched up all because of one player that when we did make the playoffs them 3 years amassed a grand total Tuck, be nice. Tuck, be nice. I'm being nice. I'm being nice. Yeah, I think that but do you think they sign Pickens before he goes crazy or after? Right? Yeah. Rue, I'm being nice. Being nice. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because I know it's late. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. But I'm just saying, y'all got apps these days, so if you're typing some stuff, you can put in Chat GBT and say, Chat GBT, fix what I'm trying to tell Tuck right now. You know what I'm saying? Chat GBT, I'm trying to say something to Tuck right now. fix this for me. And ChatGPT was like, oh, Jay Tucker, content creator, blah, blah, blah. Here's what you should say. Right? And you just copy and paste it in the chat. I'm not crashing out. I'm being nice. Breathe. Right? Kumbaya, Tuck. I'm not driving right now. Yeah, unfortunately, I get it done now, though. What's up, my dog? Regular season Warriors. So the rest of elite pass rush in the league, they've all been neutralized in the playoffs, and they have dudes on the other side. Micah didn't. I know. Bro, dog, See what happens is, right, like I said, you get people that want to just watch a content creator, all right? And they see the chat going on. And they feel compelled to be a part of the chat. And I welcome that, right? But sometimes you got to understand you're in the wrong neighborhood and you really don't belong here. You know what I'm saying? So we start looking at you funny, right? And a lot of people just watch J Tuck and they come over here realizing this is a football community and all that goofy stuff that Micah doesn't show up in the playoffs sounds stupid when you compare it to what TJ Watt has done in the playoffs. It sounds stupid when you compare it to what Myles Garrett has done in the playoffs. Maybe it's because when you get into the playoffs, teams are preparing to neutralize you, just like Showtime is saying. You don't think the Packers going to the playoffs thinking offensively, we have to find out how to slow Micah Parsons down? Duh. You don't think that's the number one thing that pops up into an offensive coordinator's mind when they find out they're about to play the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs is how to slow and neutralize Micah Parsons? I'm sure when they're writing on the chalkboard, that's the number one thing in bold. Yeah, we really know football around here. I get it, right? It's a Cowboys community, and we're talking about Micah, and you saw the headlines and thought you just pull up, and you didn't realize, bro, we don't go for that stuff over here. You know what I'm saying? We welcome everybody, but sometimes it's best to just sit back and listen. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's best to just sit back and listen a little bit because it's not your speed, and it's okay if it's not your speed. I wouldn't jump over into a Yankees podcast and just start talking about Aaron Judge, even though I don't even watch the Yankees like that or know the fuck what I'm talking about when it comes to baseball, right? Sometimes you can just sit back and enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? Just sit back and enjoy the show. Facts. They neutralized the whole defense. Imagine blaming the Green Bay loss on just Micah Parsons. Imagine blaming the Green Bay loss just on Micah Parsons. I thought it was Dak's fault. Whose fault is it? Is it Dak's fault? Was it Dan Quinn's fault? Was it Micah's fault? Was it Mike McCarthy's fault? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, it's just, well, yeah. I mean, it really is, and honestly, it's because Micah and the seeds was planted before we ever got to this point, y'all. Y'all remember last summer, right? All the Micah hate. Them seeds was planted because, like I'm telling you guys, right? Myles Garrett My bad, y'all. I shouldn't focus on the dumb comments. You know what I'm saying? No. Right. You know what I'm saying? My bad. But the seeds was already planted last year because like I was saying, y'all, if you go back to that draft, there was a lot of reporters, content creators had this hate, this disdain for Micah Parsons in that draft. Like Micah Parsons was the black sheep. Nobody fucking wanted him. And when I made that video talking about how talented he was and apologized, of course, I became the villain. So those people were never going to let up on Micah Parsons. You see what I'm saying? They had to shut up because he put in everybody's face that he was so phenomenal, right? But it was just, they was kind of sitting around waiting. And that's when it was Micah wore the wrong shoes at the Mavs game, or, you know, Micah in the podcast, or Micah's not a leader. So they waited for their opportunity to really shoot. And they had the green light after the Green Bay game because everybody was so mad how we lost. It was like, shoot now. Right? And so then the seeds were already planted. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we saw it coming. You know how many videos I did last summer about the zombies and shit? Like, the Micah hate was already there. And I felt like this year he was kind of turning the tide a little bit, right? But, you know, they spun it. You know what I'm saying? When you create the zombie army, you wait until it's time to attack. And Jerry said, you know what? Attack. 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 You know what I'm saying? It's time to attack. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's unfortunate for, you know, Cowboys fans, man. I don't know. Like, it's just, yeah, Green Bay still traded for him and paid him after beating Dallas in the playoff game. Right. Right. Multiple offers were starting to come through. Why is it the Packers? That's my magical question. I don't think I'm really upset that Micah got traded. I'm upset that they sent him to the Packers. Right? I don't think I'm upset that he got traded. You know what I'm saying? Because here's how I felt about the situation. We were never going to get the Micah Parsons that we know and love back ever because the relationship has been soured and ruined, and it was just going to be bad, right? Because even if the Dallas Cowboys would have signed Micah Parsons, they would have still waited for an opportunity to spin the block and get him on something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not upset that he's traded. I'm upset that we sent him to the fucking Packers, who owns us. Like, yeah. That was my, like, of course, right? And I was joking yesterday about the Kim K thing, like, hey, you know, the Packers just reached out to see what it's hitting for and slid in our DMs. But I didn't think that we would actually to the Packers? You mean to tell me no other NFL team gave you a better offer than the Packers? I mean, what did you hang up on San Fran? I'm sure Howie may have called. I mean, shit. The Eagles got 15 damn draft picks next year. You could have got about 4 of them things, 5 of them things, 7 of them things, and just send them to Philly. You send them to the Packers, bro? A team that if we have to get to the Super Bowl, we're probably going to have to cut through them? Titans ain't hit your line? The Patriots ain't hit your line? Jags ain't hit your line? Ravens? Steelers? Bills? Chiefs? Chargers? Raiders? None of them hit your line? Bro, if it was me, Micah Parsons and Cam Ward would be roommates right now. Yeah. Sent to Tennessee for 2 first-round picks of the Titans and Simmons and Tony Pollard back. You know what I'm saying? He would be a Tennessee Titan right now if it was me. I'm not sending you to the Packers, bro, when he could constantly come back to bite me in the ass. Starting week 4. The Jets. The Jets. Right? That's my frustration. Yeah, bro. Anthony, I said the Cowboys, Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, they some funny mug. Because they said, yo, y'all been asking and Lou and Boss making videos and Tuck. Your ass been talking about hashtagging respect the one tech. Respect the one tech. Respect the one tech. Lou, winter's coming. Winter's coming. They say, all right, bro, y'all want your one tech so bad, here you go. The Cowboys are some trolls, dog. They be trolling. Bro, you could have sent him to the Titans for Jeffrey Simmons and 2 first-round picks and Tony Pollard back. I'm going to get on Madden and see what I could get for Micah Parsons. Let's see if I can put together a better trade for Micah Parsons. But I would have sent him the Titans for Jeffrey Simmons. And would have been cool. Love Micah. But 2 top 10 picks, as much as I believe in Cam Ward, the Titans didn't call, Ray. But here's the fun thing, though. Phones work 2 ways. Cell phones these days work 2 ways. Work 2 ways. I would have called them. You know what I'm saying? I would have called them boys. I would have called them boys. Right? Let y'all know. Hey, he's available. Jerry Jones has been on a world tour talking about this Netflix documentary. I would have started tomorrow publicly going from podcast to podcast, letting the whole world know Micah Parsons is available for trade. Come one, come all. Come one, come all. I would be on Good Morning America, NFL Network, bright and early. Yeah, we're trying to get this deal done, but it doesn't seem like it's happened. So we're open for trades for Micah Parsons. Broke all the buttons so you see calls. I would have made a public display this Labor Day weekend and let the whole world know Micah Parsons is available, and let Green Bay and, I don't know, Buffalo outbid themselves. This team is terrible, man. Appreciate your Tuck, but you was on to something announcing about being done. This is weakest. Now can you blame me? Do y'all want me to talk about Dallas Cowboys football every day when we have 2 first-round picks now, right? When we got Texas versus Ohio State, Clemson versus LSU, Florida versus Bama, Miami versus Notre Dame. Or do y'all want me to talk about this shit every day? I would have understood it, Pierre. I'd have been, all right, shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey. Love Micah. Love Micah, but, I mean, Simmons in the first. Simmons a first and a third. I would understand. Or a second. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I took that. How do I feel about Kenny Clark? I think Kenny Clark is a phenomenal player, right? Right? He would have been phenomenal if we would just traded for him and added him with Micah Parsons. But he's going to have that spotlight on him. He's going to have that spotlight on him. He better be run-stopping dog day one. He better hold Saquon Barkley to 35 rushing yards, or else Cowboys fans are going to be over it. So I was hearing something earlier today, and they said he came back to Jerry to try to get the deal done. They basically told him F off, go play, or get out. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Go play, bet on yourself. If you tear your knee, who gives a fuck, or get out. Yeah, it's just, I think y'all, there's so much stuff I know behind the scenes that I'll never just publicly say because I trust the people who give me that information, the conversation that I have. But I just know too much when it comes to the Cowboys. It's hard to really cover them and still kind of be a fan. So it's like, I can do it, but it's not football to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not football to me. I'm always going to be a Cowboys fan, but this shit doesn't excite me to talk about every day. You know what I'm saying? For a little bit. What's worse, Michael Irvin stabbing someone with scissors or Micah laying on the table? You know how many players with real off the field issues that we've signed? Love them to death. Zeke had a whole ass situation going on. Zeke was getting in fight in nightclubs. Zeke got suspended for games, whether right or wrong, which I think it was wrong. Zeke held out early in his contract, and we still paid him, even when we had Tony Pollard, who was already an ascending running back at the time. Micah has had no arrests, no fights, no warrants, no baby mama drama. None of that. Just a little podcast on the side. But he was the issue because he wasn't in their corporate little box. The Cowboys want you in this corporate little box that they can control. You know what I'm saying? And if you dare ever step out of bounds, they'll send you a warning. But if you go too far, and this is what I was trying to say to people last night in the Twitter space or the night before, right? The problem with Micah is nobody has ever battled with the Joneses and lived to talk about it. Think you're not a Cowboys fan then, bro? What does that mean? Listen, Cowboys Nation, I'm keep it a buck with y'all. Can we please, I beg of you, stop with the Cowboys fan policing shit? Can we please? Can we just pause it? Can we just pause it? Just for a little bit, right? Because this fan shit that y'all do is weird to me. It's super weird to me. It's very weird. Can we please stop the whole fan policing for a minute? Please. Because if you follow me long enough, you know I am at every game. At every game, pretty much. And this is no slight to anybody else. Name me a content creator in the Cowboys community that is at more games than me on Sunday. If you ever been to a game at AT&T Stadium, you know where to find me. I'm on the corner at Lot 10 across from the gas station. Cowboys fans pull up, never charge them a dime. Drinks in the cooler, food, whatever. Just pull up and let's have a good vibe. Ciroc, take shots, whatever. Y'all know the section that I sent in. You know what I'm saying? Section 126. I'm the only person down the front row still standing up, win or lose. You'll see me on the Jumbotron. When we went to San Francisco, never been there a day in my life, stood in a sea of red. Tampa, on the road, used to travel to camp. Went to the damn combine. Went to the draft in Cowboys gear. What other fandom do you want from me? Like, yeah. Yeah, I sold some of my tickets because I was trying to get out the contract and they wouldn't let me out the contract. And even with that, I still kept the tickets. I'm still going to be at the Green Bay game. I'm going to be at Washington. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to be at the Chargers game. I'm going to be at the Thanksgiving game. Like 5 games. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people want fandom from me. Some people want lies from me. That's what some people want from me. You don't want fandom from me. You want lies from me. This Saturday, I I will be Florida State head to toe. But we are going to get our ass beat by Alabama. I will have my Jordan Travis jersey on. I will be outside grilling and chilling. I already got steaks. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get our ass beat by Alabama. Bad. It's still Go Noles. All right? You can be a fan and be realistic. Love my son, right? Love J. Tuck Jr. Love J. Tuck Jr. He has this thing in his mind that he's going to play varsity soccer. Love my son to death. But I can have a conversation real with him. You're not going to play varsity soccer because you haven't put in the work this offseason. You have a whole ass gym outside. You don't want to wake up early with dad and go work out. You don't want to lift the weights. I tried to get you into a soccer camp with the Major League Soccer team that's across the street from our house. You didn't want to go. You don't put in enough work on the soccer field to make varsity. But every soccer game, I am going to go out there and cheer on my son. You know what I'm saying? So we have to stop this fan. If you're upset, how can... Oh, you're a Florida State fan? Oh, yeah, I'm going to pray for you on Saturday. Yeah, bro, I already know I'm walking into a buzzsaw. But it's Go Noles. You know what I'm saying? Just don't hurt any organs. You know what I'm saying? Just cover my vitals and hope that Tommy Castellanos doesn't get blown out by 40. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to just curl up into a ball and hope for the best. So to tell somebody online, hey, you're upset that your team got rid of arguably the best player on the roster, you're not a real fan, that doesn't equate with me. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Hey, man, your team just sent away arguably the best player on your roster who still hasn't hit his prime yet to a team that owns you. And if you're upset about it, you're not a real fan. Woo, 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 woo. Like a cop car. Stop the fan police, y'all. And I'm not talking to you, bro. I'm just talking because it was all online. It was all online. People were sitting there fan policing. Woo, 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 woo. Shut up. How the hell are you going to fan police me? You can't even tell me where the closest bathroom is at AT&T Stadium. I don't live in Dallas. I live in Kansas City. I got to hop on a flight to go to those games, bro. Yeah, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I'm going to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to stop covering your son like you stopped covering the Cowboys. What the fuck am I doing right now at midnight on a Thursday night? What are we talking about right now on a Thursday night at 12:23 a.m. Central? Doesn't it look like to y'all I'm covering the Cowboys? We've been talking for damn near an hour and 34 minutes. What have we been talking about? We've been talking about the Cowboys. Haven't we? From an hour and 34 minutes. Cowboys. I said I will not exclusively be talking about the Cowboys. See, a lot of people tossed out that word, right? So if you watch my video yesterday, what was my video about yesterday? It was about Shedeur Sanders, right? Cleveland Browns. Okay? Was going to do a college one today, right? But I didn't have time to. It's crazy, right? So I'm telling you, I'm not exclusive to just talking Dallas Cowboys football on this channel. I never said I'm never going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys ever in life, ever again. I am done. No, never. I didn't say that. I never said that. You might watch a live show and get draft talk, college football breakdowns, week 1 NFL breakdowns, some Dallas Cowboys news, my top sporting bets, you know what I'm saying? And a mixture of everything. Kyle Hamilton just got signed. You might see a Justin Jefferson film session. Might break down Amari Hampton and Ashton Genty. What's wrong with the Chargers offense? That's what I meant. Exclusive. Shout out to Mike Fisher. You know what I'm saying? Tucky, great, man. I feel your frustration. Continue to stay in tune with all things that matter and make you great. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, Los, man. You know? It's all about elevating. You know what I'm saying? It's all about elevating. How about elevating? You know what I'm saying? Here I am. Here's your boy. You know what I'm saying? This was my view of the Nebraska game. Had my notes. I'm sitting there doing scouting on the game. Got some draft stuff. But according to some people, I'm not supposed to talk about it in this channel because this is supposed to be a Cowboys channel when I have all these resources and outlets. I'm sitting next to NFL scouts. I'm having conversations with them. I got scouts inviting me to come to the Hula Bowl, Senior Bowl. Just talked to the Jag scout today. Other day, talked to the Charger scout. I'm just in a different space right now. And I would be a fool to just talk about the Dallas Cowboys and feel like I'm just one trick pony. You know what I'm saying? Got a ticket for the Raiders game. I don't even want to go now. I bleed blue and silver, but damn, I'm going to Vegas regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Vegas regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Vegas regardless. You know what I'm saying? I might not go to the game. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go to the game. But see, I'm okay with it. Right? I'm okay with it because I have accepted the Cowboys who they are. Right? I'm okay with it. I've just accepted who they are, bro. They're my source of entertainment. They're a source of entertainment. This always pisses people off when I say this, and appreciate everyone watching right now. We got over 300 people watching. Ooh, we got even more than that. On Twitter as well. But it's like, I used to be a huge, yeah, Troy. Yeah, I'm all over the place now. I'm on a podcast platform. I'm going to have guests on the podcast. We're going to do more than just Cowboys. That's all I was trying to say, that I'm not going to do everything Cowboys, and that's it, right? Think about this. I didn't break down film on Shedeur, right? I didn't talk about Jackson Dart. I didn't talk about Cam Ward on this channel. I didn't talk about, other players like safeties, right? I never talk about safeties on this channel. Why do I do that? Because I was just focused on the Cowboys draft. You see what I'm saying? But now I'll be able to talk about Cade Klubnik or Lenore Sanders or whoever, quarterbacks too, right? And it's not just tied to the Cowboys. You see what I'm saying? That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Superman Yacho, you know? Yeah. And I feel like this community, we have grown to, honestly, y'all, I can snap my fingers and talk Cowboys football in my sleep. It doesn't take a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So I could do that, but I want to push myself and challenge and really push my pen to the highest level. Do you mean income? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah. So by the time everyone starts talking about who the Cowboys should draft with their extra first round pick, right? This community, you guys are going to know prospects already. You know what I'm saying? You're going to know, like, you're going to start draft content pretty much tomorrow, right? But I'm not going to wait till March or when the season's over, start talking draft. We're going to have draft videos starting like tomorrow or Saturday. See what I'm saying? What's the next move for Cowboys Nation? Well, I was saying this earlier, right? Before the trade actually happened. I personally was over the Micah situation because whether we signed him or not, he was going to be no good for us versus Philly, right? So I'm in a situation now where I've turned on the Philly tape. Now it's difficult because they got a brand new offensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of just turned on the Philly tape, and I'm just working on scouting Philly and trying to find ways to pull off an upset on next Thursday. Christmas miracle. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at, man. You know, for me, as a Cowboys fan, I hate it for us. I hate it for Cowboys fans. You know what I'm saying? But from a football perspective, I'm happy for Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? So if I took the Cowboys fan aspect of it, I'm happy for him because he's going to go to a place where he's cherished and loved. And I tell you guys this, right? I never thought a day in my life I would be in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Actually, I was in Appleton, right? It is a different vibe there. Like, I had a fucking blast in Green Bay. It was fun as hell because Green Bay is like a college town. Like, it's like a college town. Like, it's literally, you can walk up the street, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's little small bars there everywhere. And, you know, it was hella cool. And people was treating me like hella nice. And for like some reason, I kept getting the same Uber driver. So he's like, listen, man, here's my direct phone number. Instead of ordering an Uber, just give me a call and I'll come pick you up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you sure? Like, yeah. And so he kept just coming in, pick me up. Like, so I had the same Uber driver. You know, the Lambeau Field is like literally, it's in a neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's not industrial. It's literally in the middle of a neighborhood where people sit in their backyards and like watch the games and stuff. And there's little bars all over. You know what I'm saying? There's a little club. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't go to the club, right? But like Green Bay was like, it was very collegey, you know what I'm saying? I was like, this shit's kind of fun, you know? So, you know, I'm happy for Micah. He'll go there. He'll have fun, you know, and just is what it is. He can do his podcast in peace. I guarantee you Packers fans aren't going to be mad that him and Jordan Love did a podcast. You know, he can do everything in peace and just go play football, you know? And hopefully week 4, we pack his ass up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to hate this kid just for the hell of it. Just because he didn't get the money he deserves. So now I'm supposed to be mad at him for his whole career and wishing the worst. That's not the situation. Jay Tuck, the only content creator I really watch and pay attention to. The insight and details is great. It's just shocking day for Cowboys Nation. Man, I appreciate that. There's a lot of incredible Cowboys content creators. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their own flavor. Everyone has their own superpower. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, it is, but I appreciate that. You know, I feel like, not like a humble brag, right? But I feel like I am the avatar, right? And like people get mad when I say that, right? But it's like I can do things a lot of content creators just can't do, which is naturally so. Like I could produce my own show and I could, every graphic that you see from this little slider down here, this ticker, I built that, right? You know, so I produce my own show. Like some people have producers. So when you guys see me going live and shifting to slide and playing videos, like that's all me behind the scenes. I'm talking to y'all, but I got my fingers on the trigger over here producing, right? You know, do my own graphic design, do my own merch, run my own social medias. I can do sports betting. I can do draft. I can do college. I can do NFL. I can do radio. I could sit here and troll Eagles fans all day if I wanted to, or I could put on a 3-piece suit and interview the Super Bowl MVP. So I have all these different things. It was just time I finally just brought them all together, because I talk about all the stuff I'm gonna be talking about on here on my Twitter account. I might talk about Cowboy stuff, but I'll talk about anything that comes across my feed there. But on here is just Cowboy stuff. And all my sports betting stuff was on my Instagram. And then on TikTok, I'm talking about all NFL. So I'm doing it already. I just wasn't doing it on my channel because I was just so focused on the algorithm and telling me what to do, what to post, and what not to post, right? And I was like, you know what? Now since I got guaranteed money coming in, thanks to my agent, I can talk about whatever I want to. And if I do a Shador video and it has 300 views, I really don't care because I'm still getting paid regardless. So that's just where I'm at. Let's see here. I'm so happy when we win and pissed off when we do stupid shit to cause us lose. Yeah, it is what it is. People saying that's best Luka trade. I think both trades were good decisions business-wise and team-wise. I think the Luka trade hits worse because it was out of the blue, right? We kind of felt this brewing, whether it was going to be a trade or not, we didn't know. But the Luka thing, that was out the blue. I remember I was in Vegas that night, and my best friend is a Lakers fan, and he texted me, he's like, yo, we got Luka. I was like, what'd you get him? He was like, no, we got Luka. I was like, yeah, what'd you get Luka? Like, what do you mean? Like, he was like, nah, bro, Luka's a Laker. I was like, for what? Like, how? Like, what the fuck is going on? Because this is when I got out it was a David Benavidez fight. So me and Dez were out doing some shit after the fight, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on? And Dez was like, yo, Luka got traded to the Lakers. I'm like, the fuck he did? No, not to the. So once again, like, not to the Lakers. Like, no. Like, you wouldn't give Luka to LeBron. Like, that's stupid. Like, they're in the West. Like, and when I saw that, I was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So that ruined the whole night. You know what I'm saying? Me and Dez and, a few of the team members were trying to have dinner and shit. And I'm just bummed out. But with this, I don't want to say I knew the trade was coming, but I knew we were getting to the final destination, the final countdown. It's either going to be a deal, you're going to play, or you're going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? So it was just one of those things. So I wouldn't say it caught me like the Luka thing, but it's still messed up. Cowboys content is A1, J Tuck, Foots Law, Sky, Mark, Cowboys Nation is blessed. You guys are blessed. You guys are extremely blessed. It's at JTuck151, bro. It's JTuck151 on TikTok. You are extremely blessed, Cowboys Nation. Because I tell you, right, I was doing some coverage, and salute to my guy, Amari Kite, right? He's on the Seattle Seahawks. He made their roster, their practice squad, right? So I was checking on some of my draft kiddos, kind of seeing like, okay, did my guys get cut or did they clear waivers and get back on the roster, right? I was sitting back, looking at the Seattle Seahawks reporters. It was like nothing. Like, bro, who did y'all claim? Like, who made y'all? There was nothing on Twitter. No articles, no content creators. I'm looking on YouTube. Like, god damn, bro. Like, I see why Cowboys Nations are so spoiled. There was no information. I didn't find out till damn near that night when I just hit him, Mario. Like, yo, bro, any news? Like, yeah, bro, I got back on the practice squad. Like, all right. There was nothing out there until the next day. Bro, as soon as it was 3 o'clock, Cowboys fans had 14 videos of who got waived, who got claimed, who was our final 53. Patrick No-C had it, Joseph Hoyt, you know what I'm saying, Jane, Clarence, Nick, Rome, Tuck, Law, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, god damn, bro. So I was like, shit, I need to start doing some other content for the Seattle Seahawks so y'all wasn't getting no proper coverage. You don't think the Seahawks are not getting UDFA film sessions on some undrafted tight end that they brought in? You know what I'm saying? Nah. Tuck, I think we got worse in order to get get Caleb Downs in 26. If we get Caleb Downs or Anthony Hill, that's getting Anthony Hill or Caleb Downs would be Cooper Flag to me. You know what I'm saying? That would be Cooper Flag to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know. So yeah. Yeah. I'm a Wizards fan. We got shook. Yeah, if we do that, I love you, Micah, but I appreciate your sacrifice. What Thanos say? Small price to pay for salvation. That shit's salvation. That's salvation. That's salvation. That's salvation. Right. If he sacrificed Micah, the Soul Stone, to end up with Caleb Downs and Jeremiah Smith, hey. Yeah. I feel sorry for Tyler Guyton, though. Week 4. Ooh, Tyler Guyton. I feel sorry for Tyler Guyton, though. You got to get ready, dog. You got to get ready. You got to get ready, Tyler Guyton. Yeah, soul for a soul. We'll talk about it this week. But the hard part is, like, when you're scouting week 1 opponents, you're really just going off of who Vic Fangio was last year, which will probably stay the same, you know. I mean, I think the real attack for me just kind of going, I only got to like 30 minutes of Eagles film, so because all shit went crazy, right? Jake Ferguson will be key for me. Jake Ferguson will be key because I feel like even though I love Jahad Campbell coming out of in the draft, I feel like he can be exploited a little bit underneath and also over the top of the scenes with Jake Ferguson. If Jake Ferguson goes back to being the Ferg who we all fell in love with, right? So I feel like there's some exploitation there. Also on the perimeters with their corners. I still don't know, y'all, how we're going to get this run game off, though. I still don't know how you can get this run game off. You know? But, yeah, I think Ferg will be set up to have a big day versus Philly. Yeah. Attack the scenes with Ferg, right? Open them up. Tempo. Tire out the defensive line so they can't substitute and keep bodies fresh. Like, you're going to have to get creative with beating Philly. Defensively, I don't know. It's going to be a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? But we will get there, man. So I appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Like I said, it's a case of emergency. I left the game, the Nebraska game at halftime because it was packed like crazy. And they gave the media, like, bad parking. Like, I was always, like, damn near out by the highway. So I had to do a hike. You know what I'm saying? I had to walk so far for parking. My Apple Watch asked me, was I doing a workout? You know? So I left, but I was like, you know what? I got to talk to Cowboys Nation, have real conversations with y'all. You know, I understand the frustration. I've been there. I've been on that side of the ball, you know, the wall. So as far as this is concerned, so King, I'm not sure if you heard this. So, Brian Schottenheimer's doing it differently than Mike McCarthy did. You know how Mike McCarthy rotated captains every week? I think this year they're picking just captains, and whoever the captains are, they sticking with it, right? So obviously it's not Micah Parsons. So I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I want to sit back and see how that all unfolds. CFO Sports, the Cowboys are going full protection against the Packers against Micah tight end fullback. No way Micah's going to get a sack. Go Cowboys. Yeah, we better. You know what I'm saying? No more of this scrub. You be capping foul. No more of this scrub. You be capping foul. You got me there. Yeah, chopping it up with 2 times. Chop it up with 2 times. Like, here's the funny thing, y'all. I'm gonna be as blunt as I can. I get it. I really do. I might not be everybody's cup of tea. All right. Might not be everyone's favorite, you know what I'm saying? But here is what I want some of you haters to really understand. 1, do better. But 2, you don't stop shit, bro. Like, I don't know if it registers with you, but you really don't stop shit at all. Not once. You guys haven't got one victory over me. I literally was just in the press box a second ago. They had the Chiefs had a gummy bear machine. All you had to do was turn the knob and gummy bears would just fall from the machine. And they had Skittles too. You know what I'm saying? And Sour Patch Kids. All I had to do was turn the fucking knob and then Chiefs had fucking gummy bears fall from the machine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then just last week, here I am, covering the Kansas Jayhawks, brand new renovated stadium. That's me, credentials around my neck, right? In the press box, getting escorted through the field. So the comments, the you content creators and Jake Tuck and all that, I get it, bro. But honestly, y'all are really wasting your time. As my kids always tell me at this point, Dad's just doing the side missions. I'm just doing the side missions at this point. I've already won, bro. I don't like Jay Tuck. I get it. You don't like me. Whatever. Cool. Right? Don't like my takes. Don't like my content. Whatever. Don't like this 4K fucking camera. But you don't move enough to stop anything. At all. Like, literally at all. I am in negotiations I already have one of the top wide receivers in NFL history on my line in Dez Bryant, and now I'm about to have access to another one. Mr. Randy Moss wants to partner with Jay Tuck. I'm going to have Dez Bryant on the left, Randy Moss on the fucking right. It's over. It's over, dog. Like, just let it go. Like, just like literally, like, just let it go. It's over. Like, I get the comments, I get the hate, I get the group chats, I get the comments, I get the tweets, it's over, bro. He wants to work with me. He wants to work with me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So we'll see what comes from it. He'll have to talk to we'll talk, but he'll have to, if there's any business, he'll have to send it to my agent, right? So it's just like, here's the thing. I'm going to give you this before I go to bed. All right. When I was on the other side of the fence and there were certain media members that was doing shit that I didn't agree with, right? Because me and Mike Fisher is, you know what I'm saying, is cool now, right? But there was other media members that was doing shit that I didn't agree with. I didn't like how things were being done. I didn't like their coverage of my Dallas Cowboys. Instead of spending 8 to 10 hours a day typing, going at them, I don't like what you're saying. I don't like your content. I don't like your reports. I pulled up a 2012 MacBook Pro that sounds like a fucking airplane taking off. I built the courage and started doing my own thing. That's it. I didn't like the way, as a Cowboys fan, my team was being covered, so I decided to do it myself. Okay? Then as a content creator, year 2, I didn't like the way the Dallas Cowboys draft coverage was going. I decided to do it myself. So, if you don't like Tuck, or you disagree, or I'm a Zah and I'm a clown, not a lie, don't tweet me, beat me. Don't tweet me, beat me. Come tell me here, Tuck, I don't like your content. Come tell me here. Right? Let me keep scrolling up. Don't tweet me. I don't want you to tweet me. I don't want to read y'all tweets no more. I don't want you to read my tweets no more. Come to the Super Bowl and pull up the next time I'm vibing and tell me you don't like my content coverage. You know what I'm saying? Oh, a little picture of Micah Parsons at the Super Bowl. Look to Micah Parsons. Come meet me there. Come meet me up here. Why y'all want me to always come down here to y'all, bro? Come up here. Up there. Come up there. Come meet me up there, y'all. What's all the people? Here's me interviewing. Here's me interviewing Jalen Hurts. Come meet me up there. And I'm not just talking to you, bro, because he's probably just an innocent bystander. You know what I'm saying? See? Boom. Here's my agent. You know what I'm saying? Here's my agent. Here's me talking to my agent. My agent sending me stuff at 12:30 at night. You know what I'm saying? Keeping me in contact. Who am I talking to? I'm not talking to anyone specific. I'm talking to all the J Tuck haters. A little Hellfire Club J Tuck haters, bro. Come meet me up there. Why I was gonna come down and do some shit? Gotta come downstairs and come down in. Come down here. Come down here. Come down here. Come up here, bro. Tired of walking downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ain't gotta talk. You already put in the work. Facts. And when real recognizes real, you even gotta say it no more. Ain't gotta say it no more. You know? Ain't gotta say it no more. So appreciate y'all, Cowboys Nation. Thanks for everything y'all do. You know, keep your heads up. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad tomorrow. We're gonna get made fun of and laughed and joked on and this and that, you know, but we'll find a way, you know. People don't want to hear this, maybe you are. But as long as we got 4, we got a chance. Now, I'm not saying how far that's going to get us, right? But as long as I got 4, I got a chance. That's when some people might disagree. right? But for me, you give me Dak, CD, George Pickens, Jake Ferguson, I'll find a way. You know what I'm saying? You'll find a way. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. So I know it sucks right now. You know, I know it hurts. Yeah, bro, we are the laughing stock of the NFL. I mean, this shit's like I said, my dumb ass wore a fucking Cowboys polo to the game, not knowing what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what was going on. I'm looking like a goofball out there walking through all these football fans and Cowboy stuff. Now, here's the thing. When I do go out to these events and I wear my Cowboy stuff, everyone thinks I'm a scout. So they kind of just, you know what I'm saying? But everyone's like, yo, coach, what about your team? I'm like, listen, I'm not a coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm more media. You know what I'm saying? But what's going on? I was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be frustrating. It's going to suck a little bit, but shit. It's Labor Day weekend. Go outside, hop on the grill, chill out, watch some college football, get away from this shit, decompress, and then Monday when we get back, we'll be focusing on trying to find ways to beat Philly. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is, man. So I appreciate you all. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We went improv. You know, when I made my announcement, we lost 30 subscribers when I made my announcement. But when I started dropping content, we gained 70 back. So net positive. So I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. Like I said, we're going to have fun this year on the channel. Got a lot of incredible guests, a lot of fun things lined up, man. And we are going to have some fun. Win or lose. Win or lose. If the Cowboys suck this year, y'all, we going to fade them every game and get paid regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make my money regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because I have no problem betting against my team. So if we start struggling and fumbling around, we'll fade the Cowboys every week and take this money and get right. You know what I'm saying? Because Christmas waits for nobody. So appreciate you all, man. Want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. In Cowboys Nation, I guess the line is no more. But yo, Micah Parsons, I cannot say this enough. Appreciate you for everything that you've done in Dallas. And best of luck, except when you play against the Cowboys in week 4. It just is what it is. Peace.